Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name's Josh. In this video I'll be covering everything to do with Amazon's gating policy. So that is when you go to sell a product on Amazon and you find that it requires approval and you're not able to sell it. This is mainly when you're a new seller or when you're looking to pick up some of the premium brands which are on Amazon. So in this video I'll be explaining the different types of gating, how you can get ungated and how you can start to sell most of the brands or products that you want on Amazon. With that in mind, I'll cue the intro and let's jump right in. Okay, so the first thing that you need to understand is that there are different levels to the gating which Amazon does. The first one is just your standard brand gating. Some brands are protected on Amazon because of how they've set themselves up. This means that you're not able to start to sell their products without proof of purchase from either the manufacturer themselves or a distributor. The way that you get around this is you need an invoice from the manufacturer or the distributor showing that these are legitimate goods which you're going to sell on Amazon. The reason that the brands do this is that it protects their brands from any fake goods entering. It also stops any white goods sellers from jumping onto brands listings and then selling counterfeit goods. Now this is normally a relatively straightforward process, so just get your invoice, send it over to Amazon along with usually a picture of the product, and then after a short period of time they will approve you and then you will be unlocked for everything that that brand sells. If you don't have an invoice from the manufacturer or distributor and you've purchased from a retailer, several times I've had mine approved when it's a retailer's invoice. Just make sure that you ask the retailer for a VAT invoice as opposed to just a receipt, and then when they send that through, usually that is accepted by Amazon as well. Just a little word of warning, sometimes Amazon are funny, even if you've got all of the legitimate paperwork, and they may still reject it. This can be very frustrating when you first start, and it's rubbish if you've put a large amount of money into this product line, which you're just sat on waiting weeks or months to be able to sell. That's one of the reasons why I recommend when you're first starting out to go to retail or online arbitrage, because you can buy a small amount of the product, send your invoice into Amazon, and then if it gets rejected or if they don't accept it, as long as you're within the returns policy window, I'll write on here somewhere what the UK legal time frame of that is, because I believe it's 28 days but I could be slightly off. So as long as you're within that time period, you can send your products back to the retailer you bought them from, usually free of charge. Check your returns policy with regards to shipping, and you can get all of your money out. So it's a zero risk strategy for you to be able to get ungated for these products. Once you've received the ungating for that one product that the brand sells, you'll then find that everything that falls under that brand you are able to sell moving forward. So it's not something that you're going to have to do for every single product that you pick up with a brand. It's just something that you'll have to do once to get ungated, and then you're free to go with that brand moving forward. Now, there is one more level of severity that Amazon's platform offers, and that is for your prime brand. So a good example that I can think of is Nike. So with Nike, you need all of that information. You need to be able to buy direct from the distributors or direct from the manufacturer. However, they also require a letter of approval. Now this is a big stumbling block for you to be able to overcome. Essentially it means that you have to speak with Nike direct and plead your case as to why you're beneficial to be part of their supply chain and you should be allowed to buy from them. If you own a Nike franchise store, this is obviously a very short and sweet conversation where you tell them exactly why, and then they'll be able to give you a letter of authorization which you can send to Amazon. However, for the rest of us mere mortals, it's going to be a very uphill challenge to explain to a brand that's as well exposed as them that we are beneficial for their supply chain. So you are more than likely going to get rejected from them. If that's the case, you won't be able to sell Nike products on Amazon's platform, unfortunately. However, if that's a brand which you are absolutely dead set on getting in with, all you need to do is once you start to build your company and build leverage, then you may be able to down the line go to them and say, look, this is the benefits that I offer you, get your leverage with them, and then see if you can do a deal with Nike to be able to sell online. Do bear in mind though that because they're so big, they're dealing with some of the biggest sellers online at the moment, so you just need to be able to really plead your case and have a strong case moving forward to be able to get that with them. Now, the final type of ungating is where it's a product specific gating policy. For example, baby is usually like that. Or alternatively, there are some of the toys and games categories, some of the automobile categories, stuff like that, where you're completely blocked from selling a specific category of products. Now with this, it's the same as the first time, so you need your invoice from either the distributor or the manufacturer, or you can try it with the retailer as well, of course. And you need to be able to send that into Amazon along with the product pictures. Once they've got all of that information and you get accepted, rather than you just being approved for that one brand, you'll actually be approved for the entire category. For ourselves, this worked really well because sometimes Amazon move different products about categories, especially around Christmas. So you'll find that if you're selling via online or retail arbitrage, some of your best sellers get completely wiped into a new category, and although you've got existing stock and you've been selling them, you are no longer able to sell. So when that's the case, you need to get straight onto it and make sure that you send them all of the details that they want, and then once they've put that through the process and you get unlocked, it then means that it doesn't matter if anything else goes into this category because you're ungated and free to selling it. So that's how you tackle it if you're a new seller. If you're an existing seller such as myself, you'll be able to see on the video that I pop up that actually, because of the sales history and the good rapport that you build on Amazon, you just get automatically accepted to sell products from most brands. This is obviously massively beneficial because it means that you don't have to spend all of this time and energy trying to get them gated, and it can take weeks, it could take months, maybe just be a couple of days. It honestly completely depends on the product or the brand you're trying to sell and how big the backlog is. This is one of the reasons why it's always good on Amazon to make sure that you keep completely up to date with all of your customer feedback. You're absolutely on it. You're completely on it with shipping things out on time, with replying to messages you get, invoice requests you get. Every possible metric that they've got, you want to be 100% or as close to it with them. When that's the case, you'll find that actually a lot of other things become a lot easier for you. I hope you found this helpful. It was just a brief introduction to what gating is and how you can get around it. If you've got any questions, leave them below. I'd be happy to help you. If you already sell online and you're looking to expand to Amazon, or if you're completely new to all of e-commerce, please think about subscribing because you'll find the rest of my videos helpful with how you can get set up and get the best start possible. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.